I got the call about hosting the Oscars at about 1:30 in the morning because I was in London, and I thought it was my wake-up call. So I kind of picked it up and said, yeah, yep, got it, and was putting the phone back down before I heard a voice yelling at me. And then, so anyway, I was in bed, got the call, and then when it dawned on me, I was in a deep sleep. So give me some credit there, but I think it took me about 2 minutes before I did anything other than some version of that, like a stunned mullet, as we'd say in Australia. I was I was shocked and very excited. I told my wife, who was sleeping beside me, and neither of us got to sleep for about 3 or 4 hours after that. So it was a very, very exciting night, and I've pretty much been excited ever since. I actually haven't stopped wearing this. This is about 2 months straight I've been wearing this because, I'm ready. Now, I think my first memories, and I don't want to be anyone to go back and check it, but my first memories are Johnny Carson, I think. And my dad letting us stay up. My father's English. We're living in Australia. But the one night of the year we could stay up beyond our bedtime was the Oscar night. I remember many of those moments. Of course, as I grew up, Billy Crystal, he hosted it 8 times. And I feel like I remember every single one of them. I've now since gone back and watched them. But there's not a year I don't miss it. It's doesn't really matter if you're just with a couple of people, if you're in a room full of people, or if you're at a party. It's one of those nights where it seems the whole world takes the night off and just sits back and enjoys the show. Well, both Larry and Bill, both incredibly smart and very clever. And I've worked with them before on some things. And when they asked me about the Oscars and when we first started talking about it, I think what I was most excited about was, and I don't want to give too much away, but there's a twist this year. We're going in a slightly different direction with the Oscars. And, well, they've got an Australian hosting it, so it's a fair diversion. But I think it's exciting for me. I feel like I'm part of something new. I'm part of a new initiative. I'm part of a new a new era, hopefully, the Oscars. And history will tell us if we went the right way. But it feels like they're guiding me in a way that is going to make the show fun and, between you and me, a little quicker. Well, there's a lot of things we're doing. I'm speaking with a lot of people. The great thing about hosting the Oscars, I've got to tell you this, is, I think I could get out of all my parking fines about now, because when you ring up as host of the Oscars, everyone says, yeah, no, what do you need? What do you need? You realise there is within the community, not only writers, but other producers or friends or other hosts. I've chatted with other hosts about their experience. I was just on the phone with Steve Martin today. And you find everyone wants to go out of their way to help you. Everybody is excited about, not just who the host is, everyone's excited about the Oscars. And people within the business want it to be the greatest night of the year. So it's really such a joy to work on. You feel so supported, I'm going to wing it. I figure, just go out there. I'm going to be out there long enough. No, I'm kidding. Here's how I start thinking about it. I'm a bit old-fashioned. We say host here in my country, we call it an MC or a master of ceremonies. Your job is to ensure that everyone has the best time possible and has a great night. I don't feel the show should be about the host. My role is to keep the night flowing, fun, to make it inclusive. I have a game plan. I have a number of stuff written and things like that, but at the same time I think it's also important as the host to be a little bit ready to go with whatever happens, because when you've got people like Jack Nicholson sitting down there, you've got great actors and great people right in front of you, anything can happen. And I think my experience in theatre is no matter what you're doing, you want to give people that sense that anything can happen. And let's face it, at the Oscars, anything can. What do you think? He agrees.